Pete and I were discussing how to handle the body in the trunk, only to discover that the trunk had opened on its own. Even more terrifying, a security guard had just walked into the parking garage.
Shit.
Fuck.
You okay? All good. Yep.
Fortunately, we ultimately weren't discovered. Pete then began to scold me for being unprofessional, unable to even distinguish between the living and the dead. But I felt extremely wrong, because when I had bagged the gigolo, he clearly had no heartbeat. Regarding this false death situation, we speculated that the gigolo might have inhaled a large amount of flour, causing himself to fall into brief shock. In order to wake this guy up, we drove to Chinatown and found a female doctor at an underground clinic. Sure enough, after examination, this guy had indeed overdosed on flour, resulting in apparent death. To wake the gigolo up so we could find the supplier and return the remaining flour, we had to leave him at the clinic for treatment. Then Pete and I went to a nearby bar to kill time. Unexpectedly, after chatting, we discovered that not only did we share the same profession, but we even liked the same woman, the female doctor treating the young man at the clinic. But before we could learn more, we discovered that the gigolo had actually escaped.
Stop him!
To prevent him from getting away, we quickly began tracking him from behind. But that kid was like an athlete, running for dozens of minutes without stopping. I have to say, there's a reason why rich women seek out young studs. Just as I was chasing the young man in my car, he suddenly appeared in front. Unexpectedly, he leaped lightly, executed a flip in midair, and landed perfectly on the ground. It seemed this guy was truly an athletic champion. Soon, the young man was leading Pete on a wild chase. Pete was no match for him, and after just a few minutes of running, he got a side stitch. Fortunately, thanks to my excellent driving skills, I successfully intercepted him on an elevated bridge. Just like that, we threw the young man into the car. But since it was already late at night, where to rest became a new problem. We wanted to get a room at a small inn, but 3 grown men getting 1 room made the proprietress treat us like suspicious characters. After arriving at the room, we began questioning the young man about the flour. At first, he pretended not to know anything, but the next second, we 2 old guys lost our tempers. To save his life, the young man had to confess honestly. It turned out he was just a college student who wanted to make some money delivering flour for someone. Unexpectedly, he met a wealthy older woman at a bar, accidentally consumed flour, and passed out in the rich woman's room. We asked the young man who the supplier was, but he said he didn't know either, because every time he made a delivery, the supplier would send him the address via pager, and that pager seemed to have been left behind at that bar. To retrieve the pager, we had to go to the bar to try our luck. Unexpectedly, the crime boss happened to be enjoying himself at this location and spotted us 2 body collectors. Since we had both done cleanup work for the crime boss before, he naturally sensed that a murder case was about to occur here. To avoid misunderstanding, the 3 of us had to split up. The young man went to find the pager, while Pete and I stood nearby observing. When we saw the young man retrieve the pager, we prepared to leave the place. But unexpectedly, the atmosphere in the bar had just reached its climax, with everyone crowding frantically toward the stage, ultimately pushing us 2 body collectors right into the middle of the stage where we started dancing. Seeing us 2 body collectors appear on stage simultaneously, the crime boss had no choice but to give the order to eliminate us.